Welcome to Paperweights, the podcast where two self-proclaimed gym rats and shooting enthusiasts delve into the world of literature with a sprinkle of humor. Although their biceps could crush a walnut, don't let that intimidate you. They also have a nerdy side. Mike and Brandon have a voracious appetite for reading, particularly in the fantasy genre, and they want to share their passion with you. So grab your protein shake and your favorite novel and join us for a humorous and insightful journey into the world of books with Paperweights.
Welcome back to another episode of the Paperweights. I'm your host, Brandon.
And Justin.
And today we will be finishing our discussion of Book 3 of Morningstar by Pierce Brown, the epic conclusion of the first trilogy of the Red Rising series. So, before we dive into things, we are sponsored by Mudcat Whiskers, so head on over there to mudcatwhiskers.com. Use code Paperweights to save yourself 15% on your beard products, candles, colognes, shaving products. So, he has an array of scents, and head on over there and check out what he has. Also, my condolences to Nicholas, the owner. His father passed away last week. So shout out to him if he needs anything. We're here for you. Just let us know. So, all right. Well, I got back from a cruise, 5-day cruise. It was great. It was our second cruise we've ever done. Both of them have been on Disney Cruise Line. Really fun. You can really do a Disney cruise and just feel like you're on a cruise and not really Disney, except for seeing characters here and there. You don't have to interact with characters. You can hang out, like if you're an adult, you can hang out in the adult-only pool area and bars and things like that. Nightclubs do all sorts of stuff. They have enough entertainment, I think, for adults, even if you're not a Disney person. But I am a Disney person. I like Disney, and my daughter likes Disney, so I like to do things that she really enjoys and I engage in. So this ship was actually smaller than the first ship we went on. It felt a little nicer. I don't say night, like it felt better to me. Kind of felt homelier. It is their oldest ship that we went on. Is first sailed in like 1998, so it's kind of a bit older. The first ship that we went on, it was only like 2 years old by the time we got on it, so quite a difference there. But anyway,
Yeah.
it was fun. We got to do a excursion in Cozumel, and we went to it was like 3 things that they had on this excursion. So you got to tour a Mayan bee sanctuary. They have Melipona bees there, and they're stingless bees. So that was fun. It was cool learning about them. They're tiny, and they kind of look like flies. Then we went to a cacao factory, and we learned how they make chocolate and mole. And we got to taste freshly made mole and freshly made corn tortillas. That was good. And then the last stop was a tequila tasting, and we got to learn about tequila and how you're not supposed to shoot tequila, you're supposed to sip it. So if you've ever had a bad experience with tequila, you probably were shooting it and not sipping it, as Diego, the guide at the tequila tasting set. So,
That's fun.
it was fun.
And you came back and now it's cold as shit.
Yes. Yes, came back. It's cold, and my daughter had a day off of school today. We took her out of school for the cruise, so would have been nice to have the extra day off while we were on the cruise. But hey, but anyway, I got ordered something from Dragonsteel. So it's Brandon Sanderson, and he introduced these stories first in the story deck at Nexus. So for a while, the only way you could get the story was buying the story deck cards, and on
Hmm.
the back it told little bits of the story. But it's a two-in-one book. So one half is King Lopen, the first of Alethkar. You got Lopen right there, and then on the other side is Eltzcaller. So just little stories. I haven't gotten into them yet, uh,
Hey,
but they're about 60-ish pages each, little
hmm.
short stories, and I'm excited to dive into that. So,
Do you know what book they fall roughly in?
this one happens after, well, without spoiling, Lopen becomes king for a brief time. So you can insert that in the appropriate, obvious place. I
Yeah,
don't want to spoil anything in the Stormlight, but the other story is about Yasna, and I don't know where that falls.
cool, cool.
I guess I could. It says, uh, I mean, the inside jacket for Elfscaller says, Angerspren R. Ivory pulled Yasna forward. Called by your light and drawn by your fury, calm it now, or their food will be us. So maybe it's a story before book one
Yeah, I could see that.
when Yasna gets pulled into Shadesmar.
Yeah, well, fun, fun.
Yeah. Anything exciting happened with you before the cold apocalypse came of 20?
No, I've just been bundling up, chilling, getting the house on order. It's a long, arduous process. If you ever moved into a new house, it sucks. But it's
It's
also kind
exciting,
of
but it does,
it's also fun, but it kind of sucks.
yeah, lots to do, especially the longer you've been in one place, the more crap you accumulate.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what? All the things in the kitchen, it won't take long to box those up. And guess what? It takes hours.
Yes.
So yeah, don't procrastinate on any of that. So
But yeah, other than that, I've just been chilling and reading some novels, such as this one that I'm gonna talk about pretty soon.
yeah. All right, let's dive in.
All right. And so, what do you think of it, Brandon? It's been a little bit since we've read it.
Yeah, I kind of read it, like I finished it right after we recorded the other episode. Um, I it was good. I did enjoy it. There are some things that I had issues with. Um, Mainly being kept in the dark on a plan that the main
Main
character
character knew it, yes.
knew, and I was like, what the hell? Like, not once did he think this while we're in his head
Yeah.
and give us any kind of clue. So
That's like I like kind of like where speaking of Stormlight, I kind of at least am intrigued about where it ended up is kind of where I'm at. Or like the end point was good. I think this section was by far the weakest because it had a bunch of just kind of bullshit, right? It was like, oh, Victor's gonna betray us. I was like, no. Oh, she didn't betray us. Cool. Oh, what's his face? Cassius is gonna betray us. And I'm like, I know he's not gonna betray us because if he actually did, Book would end and they'd be dead. So I know this. It's weird that they're not telling me. So like, it's just a lot of that. But I think the in fight was cool. But yeah, I think it could have been better got there.
I agree. And speaking of the end fight, um, I'm gonna go ahead and take credit here. I totally called a 3-on-1 fight against
Yeah.
Aja. Um, that happened, and then of course they got their ass kicked and they had to resurrect Severo to finish the fight. But I 100% called that. So
Yeah.
good on me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, I guess I can summarize it a little bit from what I remember. Um, so it basically picks up after the fight with Rook, and they're going somewhere, but he's not telling anybody. But we've learned that he's going to the moon to confront the Sovereign, basically. There's like just some bullshit. Like I said, like Victor goes off to beat her sister, and she like does off screen, which is a little disappointing. Uh, and then there's like, oh no, there's this whole thing like, oh no, she has a bunch of ships. Maybe she's gonna betray us. We're like, we know she's not gonna betray us. We're good.
He's
Um,
overused that at this point.
yeah. It kind of felt like time wasting. Just like I need more pages in the book. Um, let's see. Victra, Severo get married. Was this one where, yes, I guess this section, Dar my God, Darrow's uncle gets killed and like starts a riot, and that was another thing. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah, I was confused why that would cause everybody to
I
riot
don't
against
know.
the Golds. Like,
Apparently, he's like the most beloved person off screen. I don't know. This random drunk guy, but sure. Like where I'm like, a lot of this early section was just a bunch of bullshit that I didn't care about. Um,
there
yeah,
was
so
also
that
that scene with oh yeah, it was right after he was assassinated or killed and the riot was happening, and then they took so Sephi was the one leading the Obsidians,
yeah,
and they went and captured Cassius, and then Severo was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go hang him," and so he hangs Cassius, and then he hangs himself, and then they're forced to cut both of them down.
yeah. Which
And
that was kind of cool, but I would just didn't care that much.
yeah, it was a cool scene, and it really did hark back to book one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean it was good like I guess character building for Cassius for the betrayal later. Um yeah, so they do all that stuff and they get the riot sorted out. They're gonna go to Luna and fuck shit up and they're like, how are you gonna get through Luna's shield? He's like, oh, I have a plan for that, but we don't learn about the plan. We get like Dare and Cassie's bonding, getting drunk over Rook's memories. That was a pretty good scene.
I really did
Um,
like that scene.
uh, we get a bunch of other character stuff, but then basically the final shit happens. They captured Antonia and Thistle, and they're like gonna interrogate him. And then Antonia kills Thistle by like bashing her head, I guess the thing, which is pretty cool. And then gets the absolute shit kicked out of her by her sister. And then they discuss a plan off screen, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna let Cassius go." And like Cassius betrays them and like shoots Severo dead and like frees Antonia and like we're like I'm gonna take him to the Sovereign and so they go do that. And also Jackal's there because he's predicted all the moves. So Jackal's there, the Ash Lord's fleet's there. So they're gonna be fucked basically. It's like, oh no, it's a trap and we're captured. And it's all through Darrow's perspective. So, like I said, it's really dumb that he's not like, this is going according to plan. He's all like, no, I'm gonna get fucked up. Whatever. They go to the basically where the Sovereign is. They chop off Darrow's dominant hand, which is pretty gnarly. Um, and then basically Cassius reveals his betrayal. There's a big giant fight. Basically everybody, Sovereign dies, Jackal gets fucked up, Aja dies in a really cool fight. Antonio gets strangled to death by Aja for running away, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and so basically they win. Jackal's like, Mwahaha, all those nukes that I stole are actually on Luna, and I'm gonna blow up Luna. And so you let me go and I'll be sovereign. And Dara's like, no, instead I'm just gonna call up the Ash Lord and he's gonna like shoot your flagship and kill whatever the bone lady name. So he does that. He like he rips out his
Lilith.
tongue. Yeah, rips out the Jackal's tongue, does that, saves the day. Uh, what's her face? Uh, Virginia Mustang becomes sovereign. Ash Lord flees to Venus for the next series. Jupiter people are still there, chilling. And she's like, "Hey, I had an off-screen baby. You're a father," and that's kind of where it ends. There's probably other stuff, but that's basically it.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of shit.
I completely forgot about the nukes until you brought it back up because there's just so much shit that happened at the end here.
Yeah, but they did never bring back the two nukes that blew up on Mars,
They never did.
which was weird.
Yeah,
Um,
I think I don't. You think they would have brought it back up, but I think we're just supposed to know that it was the Jackal at this point.
yeah, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, all the nukes were there, and he did the like target all he like called out. The grandson called out to the dude and was like, "Hey, Ash Lord, shoot on this ship," and then they do it, and then they run away. And yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah. So it sets up basically Earth and Mars is the good guys, and Venus and Jupiter are the bad guys for the next era.
So it's like I mean, it's a three-way fight essentially, but
Yeah.
that
Uh,
you could assume that the Jupiter people and the Ash Lord are going to team up at some point.
yeah, because Jupiter can't produce new ships for 100 years or whatever, so they're kind of fucked. Um, and I assume Earth or Luna has shipyards, so actually they're probably. I don't. We haven't heard anything about Venus, so who knows if they have shipyards.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, but yeah. So what do you think?
I mean,
I guess we already kind of did that a little
yeah,
bit.
I kind of did that before, and um, there wasn't any. Let's go down through the section. So there wasn't much world building or setting
No,
in
not
this
really.
section, just because it's like the climax of the trilogy. So
Yeah,
he did a good job of not introducing anything new world-wise, which is would be kind of a bad thing to introduce it in the climax unless it was like an unknown thing about the world. If there was a mystery in the world.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, we got to meet the
Sanderson did
Ash.
that
Yeah,
in
go ahead.
Stormlight pretty well, but
Yeah. The only a couple of small things we met the Ash Lord, who I'm guessing is going to be way bigger in the sequel series, and we got to see Luna a little bit. Other than
yeah.
that, not too much.
Yeah. It was funny. Characters. I don't remember why I wrote this, but under Mustang, I wrote still kind of weird that she was in this section, but not really. And I don't remember why I felt that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um, but anyway,
Oh, yeah. You can get to his character, Cassius. Basically, at the end, I forgot to mention he takes the grandson of the sovereign and leaves somewhere to be back in the next era. But yeah, it goes off.
I forgot that too.
Yeah, I forgot. I just remembered it. Um, yeah, Darrow. I mean, it's kind of the same shit. Like he doesn't really progress any stuff. He loses a hand, but he gets it back. Um, and interestingly, he's not like the sovereign Mustang is. So I guess that could be something. But I'm curious how long the time skip is because now that he's a father, probably will change him.
Um, Somebody told me, so I could tell you if you want to know.
Sure.
It's like 10 years.
Okay, that's actually not that long.
Yeah. So the Sovereign's grandson will be about 20.
Yeah,
So about older than Darrow was at the beginning of this series. So
true. Yeah, yes. I thought it would have been a little bit more if I guess if it's the same characters, because his son, right? I think he had a son. He won't be grown up or really be a character, which is interesting. Unless, of course, there's more time skips between books, which I could see.
yeah, it could. I mean, we had what,
But
6 years go by
yeah,
in this
something like
three
that. Yeah.
books? It doesn't seem like that, but
No.
um yeah, we let's see. Darrow, I liked the Darrow's character, and I wrote this note before the conclusion of the book. But I like that he gave the hollow cubes to Cassius. He gave three of them. I don't remember what the other two actually were, but one of them was had to have been uh Darrow killing Julian, just so he knew.
Yeah.
Um, and my initial thought was that's not going to do what he thought it was like, but it ended up actually. I think that's what really did cement the alliance
Yeah.
between the two.
Well, it was the Sovereign killing off all of his family too.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was the other one.
Yeah.
That was the one we know for sure he had, but
Yeah.
I feel
Like,
like he gave the video of him killing Julian too, just so he's like, because it he didn't like he
want to,
didn't
yeah.
do it. He didn't want to do it, and he was like telling Julian, like, it's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's gonna this has to be done.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, um, and then the other thing I mentioned, uh, it all being from Darrow's POV made the plan the like bad writing.
Yeah.
I think the plan could still have been the way it was, and this have been from Mustang's point of view.
Well, she would be everybody would be in on it, right? Like Orion would be on it, in on it. There's like a little thing where he's like, Orion, I need you to do this thing. And she's like, okay. But she's obviously in on it because when there's broadcast of Darrow being captured, they're not gonna like all freak out. She's gonna be like, yeah, this is a part of the plan. Keep firing or whatever. And then obviously Severo and Mustang are in on it and Cassius. So like everybody's in on it. I just think it
Except for Antonio.
except for Antonio. Like if he tried for a reveal, but if he instead was like, we're in on the plan and we know what's maybe what hiccups are gonna go or something. I don't know how you could have done it, but you could make it so it's you're not trying to do a reveal moment of a thing that they all know is happening, and maybe make it more tense, like if this goes wrong. Like if they like scan Severus' body and find out that he's not actually dead, like so there's like a part where they're gonna like scan and Cassius has to like get in the way and be like, hey, no, he's my killer or whatever. I don't know, something like that.
Or maybe something along the lines of, they have the plan where Cassius is going to take them and then like and Cassius ad libs shooting Severo, right?
Yeah,
Um and then that could have been, but then of course Severo wouldn't have had
the
the
skin
vest,
suit, yeah, the vest,
like the stunt vest on.
yeah,
So yeah, it is kind of, I don't know, something could have happened where, once maybe like, okay, we knew about the plan of getting them out and over there, and then, not knowing, okay, what are we going to do over here? And then the conversation between Cassius and the Sovereign, and Cassius being like, yeah, I brought them to you for this and this and asking for rewards or boons, and you'd be like, wait, that we didn't discuss that. And now Cassius is ad-libbing this because he's
Yeah.
like, I know this, like I know the sovereign and this is gonna work. And Darrow's like, what
Oh
the
shit.
fuck are you
Is
doing?
he betraying me? Yeah, that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
that
Y-
I could see that working.
Yeah.
Um,
Something like that. But literally it's like, what is going on? He shot several, like he like explains what's happening and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you literally planned for him to do all this, but like it's just keeping us in the dark. It's just bad. Spoilers, my least favorite moment of the book. Probably of the book, actually.
yeah,
Uh, it's just, yeah, not great.
I will admit, at first I didn't realize like what the fuck was going on. Like
Yeah,
I did think it was weird. Like it didn't take that much longer for me to realize it, but whenever whenever Daryl was like, "Come with us. I have this ship that's over here, and like nobody knows about it, and they're not gonna
yeah,
shoot us." I'm like, once he knocked like shot Severo, and then captured Mustang and Darrow and was holding him and let Antonio free. I was like, why did that was dumb of Darrow to tell him everything about the ship. It was like, okay, well, yeah, it was supposed to be dumb,
yeah,
but
yeah. It just like, yeah, like I was like, oh, at first I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then he killed Sever. I was like, and then I was like, and then they both got captured. I'm like, okay, like realistically, it's a ploy, or else the book ends with the Sovereign winning, which would be hilarious. So then I was just kind of like, and then I was just kind of like reading to get to the twist or whatever, like the reveal, and which is not fun. Which is how I kind of felt with the Victra stuff, where it's like, I know she's not going to betray you. Oh, she's like in love with Severo or whatever and wants to get married. Cool. But so it's just kind of like some of those parts, especially whenever I'm reading and like I know it's going to happen, the in between can be just like, all right, let me just get to this. If it's a twist I don't like, that's kind of how I feel.
I get it.
I don't know if you're like that, but I do that.
Yeah,
I still read all of it, but I was kind of checked out.
yeah, I can relate to that feeling.
Yeah. And it's not like if I see it coming, it's more like, all right, I'm not interested in the like the twist or whatever that they're obviously doing. It's like, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, Severo, he got a wife. Yay. Um,
yay, yay,
off,
several.
offspring romance. Gee, it took his last name with it. And he get killed. The real character growth was obviously forgiving Cassius for killing his dad and stuff like that, which was well done. Um,
I think he would not have survived the scene on the moon with the Sovereign for as long as he did. I think they would have like the Golds would have been like, "Oh, it's Severo. Let's like parade his body around and mutilate or whatever to it." Like I don't think they would have just let his corpse just exist there.
yeah, I think Cassius was like, "I'm gonna present this," and then once they're in the room with the Sovereign, everything happens fast enough to where I I found that fine.
I did like the there was a scene earlier when Victra and Severo like got in a fight, and then later on, Victra said, "I'm not good with commitment," and I was like, she said that with Venom, like kind of kind of like if Severo as if Severo had said it to her in their fight, where he was like, "Let's get married or let's do something," and she's like, and he's like, "You're not good with commitment."
Yeah,
And then she kind of used it against him later on. Um, it was kind of funny. I think the weight of that moment could have been better, like if it was written a little bit more and a few more scenes of them, like Darrow seeing them kind of like what's happening between those two. Um, it could have had a heavier impact
Yeah, yeah,
than
I
it
agree.
did. So
Yeah, I mean, the romance is not the greatest thing in these books, which I mean, it's not a romance novel, but because I mean, the Darrow Mustang love is not going to be written for the ages. Neither is the Victra Severo, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like, Wheel of Time has n- notoriously terrible romances, so you can still have a big, great series and have one terrible aspect.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, I think Severo, I'm interested to see him in Arrow too, because I think he will be more of a character, and if we get his perspective on stuff, I think he could get much better.
yeah, I think this series would definitely have been better with more points of view.
Yeah, I know
And I
it's
think he could have started, sorry, and I
no,
think he
you're
could
good.
have started book one with just Darrow, and then with starting with book two, go, okay, let me give other points of view. And then from then, it just be multiple points of view.
Yeah, I would have done Darren Mustang book one, and then book two just expanded. I was thinking, I think this series would benefit greatly from being a TV show. Because in TV shows, you have to have other perspectives. Yeah. And it would flesh out so many people so much better in a TV show. So hopefully, I'm surprised it hasn't been auctioned for the adaptation or anything, but I could really see it benefiting from the multiple perspectives you just have to have in a TV show.
Yeah, I think it could work as a TV show and be probably end up even better than the books. I mean, the books tell a good story. They
Yeah,
do
yeah.
tell a good story. Um,
We've hated on them, but I've enjoyed my time with them.
yeah,
But it's
exactly.
also fun to complain about stuff.
It is fun to complain about stuff.
I guess,
Aja, like,
yeah,
okay, well, quick note on Quicksilver. He just basically became a background character that was like moving chess pieces, like,
yeah,
um, but Aja, I think she was awesome. Like she became the villain. She was hyped up to be a badass, and she actually became a badass.
yes,
Um, talking about Wheel of Time, I think Demandred kind of ended up being that same thing. The final, the fight with Demandred at his end, um, was worthy, even though he was pretty much absent for 14/15 of the series.
and spoiler alert. Um, but yeah, she was
That
cool.
wasn't, that didn't really spoil much.
Kind of, but anyway, doesn't matter. If you think about it, it kind of is. But I think yeah, because we've been complaining about the Olympic Knights and everything, how they kind of just suck throughout the entire series. So it was cool having one that was actually really badass, and
You froze, or I froze. I don't know what's going on.
what's his face? I've seen her. Okay, I thought you froze.
You were free. You were frozen on my end.
Yeah, okay, we were both frozen.
Yeah.
Winter's coming for us.
It says my internet connection is unstable.
Oh no. Yeah,
Just
finish.
like my mental state.
Yeah. But
Um,
anyway, like I was saying, it was cool seeing her be all badass, and the fight was fun.
yes. I was gonna say, we have you and I have talked about this before. Um, but like in Wheel of Time, the majority of the Forsaken suck. Like it's like, what is going on? Why is it so easy for somebody that just picked up a magic book to, defeat these Forsaken that have been around for thousands of years?
Yeah, you kind of like write yourself into a pickle because you have to have your characters be able to beat the bad guys, and then you write them being so ridiculously badass that when they just kind of get killed by, you know, novices or seemingly novices, you're like, that's kind of lame. Um, I kind of felt like that a little bit in Starlight as well with all the different fused where they're just like dropping like flies. Um, so yeah, it's hard to do it, but I think it's possible. I think the problem with Wheel, Wheel Change and Wheel Time is that there's too many Forsaken. There's 13, so you had to fight them early enough in the novels to whittle them down. Like if there's like six or something, you could have like Black Aja or something, and you could more realistically fight the Forsaken or them, and then build yourself up to the Forsaken towards the end of the series.
Yeah, I could understand that.
But he was like, I need to kill like one or two a book, or else they'll never die. And then he starts bringing them back.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Um, I think that's basically all. I mean, Mustang. She becomes the Sovereign. She gets a cool fight. Um,
She has a baby.
she has a
She had the
baby.
baby.
She had the baby off screen. Um, so yeah, like I said, I mean, it's kind of the same stuff with her. I think she's gonna be better with her own perspective, and so next era, since it's only 10 years, I'm assuming she's gonna be again a main character. So I will look forward to seeing her stuff.
Yeah, it's so weird with her. Like she is meant to be the secondary character or second lead, right? And
Yeah,
she just there's not much to write and make notes about with her.
yeah, it's like she's a tactician, and she's with Darrow, and she's pretty cool. And it's been like 3 books. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
And then she's pretty cool, and she's like hardly in books, like page wise. Um, but yeah, I think she has a cool end. I was glad she went with them to have the final fight. It'd have been pretty lame if she wasn't there. Um, but yeah, I think that's everybody really. They're setting up Sifty to be a problem in the second era. Um, we'll see where that goes, I guess. Um, you got anybody else?
No, nobody else on characters.
Yeah.
I got some stuff in the next one, the writing style passages, quotes, and foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Well, first off, Mustang, she pulls a Goodwill Hunting. Not it's not your fault.
Mm.
Um, and that was on page 394. This is after Rock's funeral. And I guess Dara was like, I didn't do enough for him. And she's like, it's not your fault. Um, and she just kind of repeats it over and over again. Like it's one, two, three, four or five times she repeats it. And that's, you've seen Goodwill Hunting
Yeah, it's been a little
with
bit.
with
Matt
Robin
Damon.
Williams and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly what my mind went to, and I'm pretty sure that's probably where he pulled that from too. I see a lot of our age pop culture references
Mm.
in these, and even past. I mean, past our generation. Like
Yeah.
well, I guess Bye Felicia was from the movie Friday,
Mm.
so that's still our generation.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't clock that. I was more just like, it's 100% your fault. You beat his fleet and it made him kill himself. Like, Yeah, you did that. I don't know what she's saying. She's trying to make you feel better, but it's 100% the truth. You kind of won the war and got him killed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, before that, but I think it was she.
It was more like it's not his fault that he turned against you. I get it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it was just kind of funny. I'm like, yeah, it is your fault. She went out with the express purpose to kill him.
You're so insensitive, Justin.
I know. Mm,
Um, I don't remember this scene, but I guess if I had to try to recall, so I wrote down here that I liked the scene of the Howlers meeting after Thistle's death. Um, and
yeah,
guessing they all got together and howled.
yeah. I think they like had like a little remembrance thing from what I remember.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, getting some stuff from like book one and stuff.
But I mean, Thistle was the one that went off and joined Antonio, right?
Yes, she's the one that
And
got her
Antonio
face.
killed.
Yeah, got her face
Yeah.
smushed.
So fuck her. Like,
Yeah, but she was like gonna turn good again or whatever.
okay, but
Yeah,
I mean, the best thing is to not turn tail.
true, true. But yeah, once again, I mean, we've said it over and over again. Like, we really needed to know the powers to give a shit about any. They're just names to me. None of them are memorable at all. So it's like, oh no,
Except for Severo.
Thistle. Yeah, except for Severa, obviously, and Victra and Dara. But it's like, oh no, Thistle. What did she do? What are the other two? I have no clue. You couldn't pay me $100 to get
Well, I know
any of
there
the
was
other ones.
Weed.
Was there?
Just Thistle and Weed, yeah. I
Nah,
only remember Weed because it kind of goes with Thistle.
nah. I will say I was a little disappointed in the Bone Breaker
Riders?
writers. They didn't really do much. I was like, oh yeah, her from book one. I thought they were gonna be like a elite squad that they're gonna have to take down or something.
There should have been a good fight between the Howlers and the Bone Riders,
Yeah,
but then Severo wouldn't have had that badass moment.
yeah,
So, I mean, I like that moment with Severo
yeah.
where he kind of comes in and kills Aja at the end.
Oh yeah, that was cool. I mean, it could have been earlier in the book maybe because they're with the the Jackals people. It just kind of reminded me of oh my God, the Knights of Ren from Star Wars. Where you hear about them like,
Oh,
oh, they're
yeah.
gonna be cool, and then they do nothing. Um, yeah, yeah. But to me, basically, the writing style is more the same. We had the complaints that we don't need a rehash of just those weird idiosyncrasies of the perspective being bad. But other than that, I think still same quality of this book. So better than the first two, and the fights continue to get better. I thought the three-way fight was really well done. I was able to kind of visualize it more than some of the earlier books. So all in all, two thumbs up on the writing, and he's improving. So book four through six, seven, we'll hopefully continue that.
Yeah. I'd look forward to getting around to it. Um,
Not quite.
Probably do it on here, but
Yeah,
not right away.
no, we got some stuff planned.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
theme,
yeah, theme. I don't
kind
know.
of, kind of the same stuff of the book. I mean, it's the end of the book, so it's just themes are being expressed. Um, more of that betrayal, coming together with your friends, uh, all that stuff, the fascism stuff that we talked before. Um, Man, just I don't know. Do you have any new themes?
No, I didn't write a damn thing down for theme.
Hey, let's do it. Athletic feat of the week. Mine will go to Darrow for being able to not die fighting Aja with his a non-dominant hand. It's pretty athletic.
That is athletic. I don't know if this is I mean, it might be, but um, I wrote Cassius and Severo surviving being hanged.
Yeah,
Unless the gravity just simply was not enough. But I mean, it seemed like they were choking for a long time. So
yeah, yeah,
um, at least they could have asphyxiated, but
yeah. Yeah,
maybe not have broken their neck like a traditional hanging does. But
yeah. I guess yeah, I don't think they mentioned what gravity the ships have. I'm guessing
yeah, I
it's
don't
less than
recall.
less than Earth grav, probably. Um, I would assume. Um,
And
yeah.
there's
So,
no, never mind, I'm not going to say that.
uh, yeah, I think that's a worthy one. Favorite moment for you?
I have three here.
Nice.
Um, so uh, we've talked about the Aja fight. That's pretty badass. Um, but I like Cassius and Darrow broing it out, watching the old Hollow Cube clips from the Institute. I really like that one. I really like
Yeah,
that scene. It just was like, hey, we're gonna chill. It's been like we've just been fighting each other and it's tiring and let's just drink some beer and watch these old memories.
yeah. I wish we saw the scene where because that's obviously when he came up with the idea and Cassie accepted it and all that stuff for the betrayal. Wish we would have seen that, but that's a great scene. Probably one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
What's your
What
third?
the third one was when Severo went down, interrupted Sephi, and killed Cassius. And then of course was like, and now I gotta hang myself too.
Yeah. Yeah, so those are the you picked the three big parts of the book of this section, which I agree with. I will say how so probably my favorite would probably be the Aja fight, but I'll do another thing that's a little spread. I think the initial surprise of the betrayal of Cassius was cool. I was like, "Ooh, shit! All right, this is." But followed up by a bunch of dumb shit. But that initial thing was cool. Obviously, lower than those three moments you picked, but I'll submit that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a shock.
yeah,
The Cassius betrayal. It was a shock at the moment where he shot Severo.
yeah,
And I was like, like, okay, they're going to get him out and they're gonna go let him do something.
yeah,
And like that was my thought at first. Okay, Darrow's gonna let uh Cassius out and go free, and Cassius is gonna go do something on his behalf. And then he's like, Severo's like, I don't know, man. You really believe in it? Yeah. It's like, all right. And then pow pow. And it's like, oh fuck. Well, Cassius is an asshole.
yeah, yeah. I guess one other that would be pretty gnarly was ripping out the tongue of the jackal was pretty crazy. Uh,
Tongue of the Jackal. That should like be a
yeah,
band name.
or an item in a video game.
Yeah.
Tongue of the jackal. Uh, there's ever a Red Rising video game. But yeah, I think those are all fun.
It increases your charisma and your ability to diplomacy.
Yeah, I
Because
can see
he
that.
convinces a whole lot of people to do a bunch of shit that they shouldn't have been doing
Yeah, he
or
does.
shouldn't have wanted to do.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, Least favorite moment, I've already kind of said it's the whole after the cool shock of being like, all right, why is Darrow thinking this? And then turning out that he was just trying to trick the reader instead of actually thinking that was my obviously the worst moment for me.
yeah, I'll pick a different one. here. The low colors turning on the golds after they see Nero's execution.
Yeah,
That just didn't make sense. And it was never
no,
explained. It was just like Darrow was just like, oh my God, the Reds are just gonna turn on the golds now. Like
yeah,
because the Jackal killed a Red? Like
yeah. I think they were trying to make the uncle more like a thing, but I never got that impression, right?
yeah.
It was kind of like said that he's like a respected dude, but like I never felt it.
Yeah, but regardless, it's like
Like
hey,
they should have made him Ares instead of like after Fitchner dies, he gets it instead of if he wanted this to make sense. Because if Ares got killed, but even then it's like we've been fighting together for like a year or whatever. Maybe not a year.
why
We
would we
fight
all of a sudden
why
turn on
yeah,
each
turn
other?
on each other. Yeah, it made yeah. I didn't like that part either.
Yeah, it made zero sense to me. It's
Yeah,
like, okay, well, if like if there was some reveal that Darrow made a deal with the Golds,
yeah.
and that was the Jackal was like, hey, guess what, Reds?
Or would have been cool if the like Jackal revealed that Darrow sold out the Reds in
Dude, I
Jupiter.
just thought of that right when you were
Yeah,
starting to say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would have worked.
That would have turned the Reds against the Golds.
Yeah,
Be like,
and
oh, and Darrow. Like,
and Darrow.
yeah, like the Reds would be like, well, fuck Darrow and fuck the Golds. Well,
Yeah,
let's take over everything that Darrow got for us. And yeah, that would have been interesting.
and then Severo gets to hang both Darrow and Cassius and then himself. That would have been neat. But yeah, yeah. It also didn't work for me. Kind of just felt like a time waster. All right. Well, we're done with this book. I guess we can do little predictions for Era 2 of Mistborn now, of Era 2 of Red Rising.
Era 2 of Red Rising.
Does this series have a real name? Is it just like Rising?
Red Rising.
Is it just Red Rising? It's
Series,
just
yeah.
named after it's like Game of Thrones where it's named after the first book? Well, not really, but colloquially.
Yeah.
Song of Ice and Fire.
Song
Yeah,
of
it's just
Ice.
Red Rising series. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, bands do that all the time. Like
Yeah,
their first album and their first single are usually a lot of times can be the
the
same
name of the band.
name.
Yeah, yeah, true. It's just usually books have like an overall title for their series, and then like the first instead of the first book, like Wheel of Time, Stormlight, um,
Sword of
there's
Truth.
Sword of Truth. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Rift War Saga.
Yeah, like Cania's trilogy that we're gonna get into.
That the Inheritance Cycle by
Yeah,
Aragon and them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, Mistborn was Mistborn, but then they renamed the first book to The Final Empire.
yeah, it's true. So,
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, yeah. So, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just fun to think about. If you're gonna make a series, would you name the like Sun Eater is not like one of the books. If you've ever read those are good. I
I
need to
have
finish.
not.
I need to finish. Maybe we'll do those because I've only read like half of the first book. It's pretty fun.
Which one?
Um, Sun Eater.
Sun Eater? It's a series?
Yeah, there's like eight or something. They're like sci-fi.
The Sun Eater. Hey, that's a cool thing. Epic space opera novel by Christopher Riccio.
Yeah, they're fun. I got probably a couple hundred pages in the book one, so if you wanted to do that, I wouldn't know anything really.
First one came out in 2018 and he has seven of them. Jesus.
Yeah, been
All right,
pumping them.
dude. Right on.
It's like he's like Sanderson who?
Yeah.
Uh, They're,
600
they're,
pages.
yeah, they're kind of Dune-ish. You can definitely feel the influence of Dune. Which in my book is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to do the swapping, we can do that in Lycanius.
Sure.
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
So
But we'll finish like Hades before Sunny here.
yeah, I mean there's six
Which,
books out right now.
yeah.
Well, oh no, there's seven, sorry. I saw TBD, but that was for paperback.
Mm,
Um yeah, all right, so predictions. There's gonna be lots of more Iron Rains.
yeah, those are cool.
Um there's gonna be a whole lot more moments of do I trust this person or not?
Yeah.
Even though we've gotten past that, but maybe it's because I don't know. Once you lose trust with somebody, it's hard to really regain it
Yeah.
realistically. I don't know. It's just
Um,
annoying to see in books or movies where it's like, we did this again. We did this
yeah.
again. Like you
Yeah.
had that issue with a certain character in Stormlight, It's like,
Yes.
God, we did this is the third time we're doing this. God dang it.
Yeah. All right. Think since we don't really know the plot of it, but we do know that there's multiple POVs. Let's predict some POVs. So obviously Darrow. It'd be hilarious if he didn't have a POV, but obviously him, obviously Mustang. Those two are easy. Probably Severo.
Yeah. Let's do Lysander.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I think that would be a great one.
Yeah.
Then what was his name?
Like the the Jupiter guy. Yeah,
Romulus.
yeah, I could see
Yeah.
him for for the evil persuader. Maybe him
And
and
the
the Ash
Ash
Lord
Lord.
and the
Yeah.
Ash Lord, yeah. Yeah.
So we'll have Ash Lord, Romulus, Lysander, Darrow, Mustang, and Severo.
Yeah.
Maybe Victra. So
Maybe
maybe seven.
Victor. Maybe Victor. Maybe if he gets more. Maybe Quicksilver.
Yeah.
I don't see it, but maybe if he's his Empire grows or something. I don't know. I could see seven's a lot. So
Yeah, seven's a lot. I think we get five or six. Seven at the
yeah,
most.
yeah. So if we get no like bad guy POVs, I think it's probably the three main characters and Lysander if he's gonna become like our the new generation of main character.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And we're gonna see more planets.
Yeah,
I
to
think
see
we're gonna see.
Venus. Maybe be fun to see Earth. See what's become of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, we're gonna get okay. We have Norse, Greek, and Roman mythology. We're gonna get some Aztec people this time. Yeah, I gotta keep adding mythologies.
Or Mayans.
Mayans, yeah, like some South American. Those are the Venus people.
Okay.
Or yeah, Incan. So we get some Quetzalcoatl's and shit. Uh, yeah, see that maybe. I don't know if he's gonna keep adding them. Uh, yeah, I think it'll be fun.
Kind
Oh,
of like what is God of War did,
yeah,
and
just he was running out of Greek gods to kill, so he went to Norse, and then they're doing other stuff.
what was that other Titan's Quest?
Yeah,
Titan's Quest game. That one was fun. I never fully like played through all of it.
yeah, me neither, but it was fun.
Yeah, all those Diablo type games are fun, and then you just kind of
Yeah, they're
but
fun for me for like 20 hours, and I'm like, I'm good.
I don't know. I played a lot of Diablo 1, 2, and 3,
Mm.
and not as much of 4.
Yeah, I usually play through like the story, which doesn't take that long because they want you to replay it like a billion times, making new characters and stuff.
Yeah, well, Diablo 4 they changed that because like
Hmm,
once you beat the story, then any character you create, you unlock the ability to go through anywhere in the world with it.
that's
So
cool.
you don't have to go through the story with new characters.
Nice.
Um, but then it also meant that I'm never replaying the story. And I am a person that likes story in my games, not just like mechanics and like,
Grinding, yeah.
yeah, I, 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 I dislike grinding. So like, you know, um, I haven't played a whole lot of Final Fantasy games, but there was Final Fantasy 13 came out and I got it and I was playing it. I was like, oh, this is fun. And like for 30 hours, it was like basically railroaded you in the story, but then at 30 hours, you got to a planet and it became open world, and you had to grind for a while to get off of it. And like, I played another 5 to 10 hours on that, and I still wasn't able to go to the next part of the story. And I was like, all right, well, I'm after like it was such a bizarre like if it starts off with open world like past the after a tutorial part
Mm.
and it's open world you can choose what you want, that's cool. But if you give me 30 hours of railroading a story and then go, all right, well, here's a big wide open thing and you have to grind before you can get to the end of the story, now I'm lost. Like I'm
Yeah,
uninvested.
I remember a lot of people really hated that, which makes sense. Kind of get bait and switched. Uh, yeah. So are we gonna do the special episode of Dungeon Crawl?
Yes. So our next episode, we are going to discuss book one of Dungeon Crawler Carl. Um,
Just
just
hard to say.
the
DCC.
entire DCC, the entire book. Glurp glurp. Um,
Yes.
so that'll be fun. I
And it's basically,
devoured it in 3 days. So
yeah, it's basically we both kind of read it separately and like, hey, we could do that. We might as
yeah.
well.
Um, yeah, I had I had the audio, the Audible.
Mm,
And I went and bought, I think it was like 2.99 or 4.99. I bought the ebook, Kindle book, and I
nice.
sat there just reading it as I had the Audible on because the Audible is actually pretty good.
Hey, that's very good.
The guy, the narrator actually sounds like Bob from Bob's Burgers.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, anyway, let's not talk more about it right now. We're going to talk
yes.
about it on this next episode. And then I don't know, I might just continue reading that by myself afterwards. After we discuss the first book, we'll decide.
Yeah, I'm like probably halfway through book two.
Oh, so you continue reading it? Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize we were gonna do it for the podcast, so
Yeah, I didn't either.
we're just reading it. So I mean, we could just whenever we finish do an episode on the book we finished. So little
Yeah,
special updates to DCC.
yeah. That's I'm fine with that. Because I was gonna treat it as just like a, hey, this is a easy
Yeah,
book
they're
to
very
breeze
easy.
through. And I was just gonna continue on where you're like, hey, we could talk about that. I was like, all right, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Um, So we'll talk about it. But our main series, the next book we're going to do is The Shadow of What Was Lost.
Yes,
Is that the name of it?
that's the name of it.
Uh, which is book one of the Licanius trilogy by James Ivington.
Yes.
We plan on reading through the first 18 chapters for the first episode.
Hmm.
Uh, so if you get through that, it will be at most that. If we decide to go fewer chapters, then we'll do fewer chapters. But That is our next official book after the Dungeon Crawler Carl episode. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you for joining us and making it this far. Red Rising, I'd give it probably a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, do that.
And
I would up it if you were like 13. I think it would probably be a 9 if I was 13.
yeah, if I was 13, I was like, yeah, testosterone's just like starting to flow through my veins a bit. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's go to war.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool. So, made it this far. Thank you. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, share it with your friends, more people that can see this. They might be entertained, they might not. They might learn some things, might think about things in a different manner, uh, might read books that they didn't have on their list.
Mhm.
And then you can talk about us talking about a book with your friends because y'all both listen to us talk about a book. So yeah, more stuff to talk about. Cool. Leave a rating and review where you can. Helps us out. All that. And visit our sponsor, Mudcat Whiskers, www.mudcatwhiskers.com. Use code Paperweights at checkout, and you will save yourself 15%. And we will see you next time.